Maps shape our understanding of the world. For the last 500 years, a certain kind of world map has been used to teach children about our planet. But forget everything you know. The world is not as it seems. Humanity has been brainwashed by a Flemish mapmaker. It's called the Mercator Projection. On a typical world map, Canada is a vast nation. Home to 6 time zones, its endless plains spread from ocean to ocean, dominating great swaths of the northern half of the globe. But, in reality, 3 Canada would comfortably fit inside Africa. Putting a 3D planet on a 2-dimensional map was something of a challenge for early cartographers, and so Dutch geographer and cartographer Gerardus Mercator came up with a solution. In 1569, he designed a map that could be accurately used for navigation purposes, but the downside was that his system distorted the size of objects depending on their position relative to the equator. This distortion is very small near the equator, but accelerates with increasing latitude, to become infinite at the poles. The Mercator projection vastly exaggerates aged imperialist power, at the expense of developing countries and continents like Africa that are shrunk to inferiority. Because of this, land masses like Antarctica and Greenland appeared much larger than they actually are. To show how incorrect our understanding of country sizes is, a website called thetruesize.com lets you move land masses into different locations. So let us say if you take the example of China, which has a total size of 9.6 million square kilometers, is a much bigger country than Greenland, which is just 2.16 million square kilometers in size. However, Greenland looks bigger than China because it is close to the North Pole and China being closer to the equator. Similarly, let's take the example of the contiguous United States. Even though having a size of 8,080,464 square kilometers, if we place the US next to Australia, with a size of 7.692 million square kilometers, and near the equator, the country looks unbelievably small, almost the same as Australia. To make things clearer and little more fun, let us see few more examples. Canada, with a size of 9.9 million square kilometers, has almost equal size of China, but its proximity to the North Pole makes it look much larger than China. India has a size of 3.28 million square kilometers, which looks tiny compared to Greenland on a world map, which has an area of just 2.16 million square kilometers. Now, if we take it to the North Pole, it looks way bigger than Greenland, which is, in reality, true according to their size. But since India is located near the equator, its size looks much smaller than Greenland. Similarly, look at an equatorial country like Egypt. On a normal global map, it looks almost the same size as a North European country, say Finland. Now when you move Egypt next to Finland, you actually get to see it's almost double in size. Again, Antarctica, which looks to be humongous in size in its actual position on the map, when moved up on the equator, looks about half of Africa. In fact, the continent of Europe, which actually dominates much of northern hemisphere, when compared to Brazil, looks almost equal. When you take Brazil next to Europe, you can see the change in size. So can we do something about our misleading maps that are fixed in our subconsciousness? Actually no, there are some alternatives to Mercator projection, like the Gauss-Peters-style map of Earth. The Gauss-Peters map shows the correct sizes of countries, but there are consequences too. It also distorts them. Countries are stretched horizontally near the poles, and vertically near the equator, so although the size may be right, the shape definitely isn't. The real and main problem is, it's impossible to stretch the 3D sphere shape of the Earth onto a 2D sheet of paper. No matter which way it's done, there will always be a compromise somewhere on shape, size, direction, distance or scale. So there is no perfect map till now, maybe in future.